Hello, friends. Welcome to the day of our life and our lives. Voyage through consciousness. You could call it a journey. I feel very much this is a voyage because it feels beyond the frontiers of the known worlds. Even the known worlds that we know within our mind. It feels a good time for us to be navigating beyond. And yes, you might feel that navigating beyond the known may be dangerous or scary or unwise. So I honor you for feeling like that. The purpose of our voyage and our 3 minutes of focused attention is to truly go into a state of full presence. And the full presence then creates this potential for navigating intelligence. Because if you're not present, if you're not in your presence, if you're not using, if you're not acting presence, if you're not being present, hello Annalise, welcome, then it's very unlikely that you're going to know what information is coming in because you're just not aware of it. Information is truly around us all the time. So it's not dangerous to have information around us. And then to be present is not scary, right? Because we are now fully within the ability of making choices from an informed space, from an informed, organic, self-supportive, soul-supported, intentional space before we make choices. When we make a choice out of fear, we're definitely not in the fullness of our present. We are not being we're not presencing our soul. We are just most certainly trying to deal with the situation in front of us. Again, that's the word, scary. Sometimes situations in our lives bring us to a point of transformation. This is a point of tension when everything that you are and everything that you've experienced takes you to a point of pretty much no return. And if you are present with yourself, then you can make a choice that isn't scary, that is in tune with your soul. So those are many ways for us to be connected to the field of consciousness, and then to voyage beyond what we know really means letting go of what we think we know. Quite simply letting go of what may have served us until now. And yes, again, that word, scary, it is frightening to maybe step away from something that you've used to be all your life, and a place or a situation that is familiar. So putting yourself out of familiar is sometimes, very often, uncomfortable. So that is, again, that word coming into being in this conversation. Yet, if we allow consciousness, our own inner knowing, to guide us, and I know that you will do this, but I'm just tagging along the point, so bear with me. We are in tune with ourselves. We are making conscious decisions because we are fully present. And even if we're not fully present, we can choose, just like that, just like we do in the 3 minutes, to go back into that central nervous system slowing down, brainwaves slowing down, seeing clear through a situation, and maybe even realize that the problem itself is the solution, you know. When we are fully still, we can sometimes see that there is no problem. So following on with that, once we are harnessing all the fields of consciousness, we are a consciousness, so we are a field. And then now we're interacting with each other. I'm interacting with my animals in my home. I'm interacting with my plant people. I'm interacting with the earth when I choose to. And I'm interacting with all sentient fields of all of the beings that I choose to interact with. These are, for me personally, the lions of Timbavati. For me personally are the elephants. I work with the animal beings. And then I also choose, consciously aware, in my awareness, in my presence, to then bring my fullness of presence with all of these conscious fields that are working with me, and I am with them, into this centripetal, like, like the rose, or a vortex that it's small and then it spirals out. But I am bringing it within myself. So if you're following me, that is not scary, because that is you with yourself, and there is no fear in the seat of the soul. And then you can stay there and just know yourself and know yourself and know yourself. There is always more to know within the self, and that is good. That's very good for us to be in the fullness of this deep knowing, so that we are not confused, so that we're not pushed or stirred into a direction that we would rather not end up in, or in a life experience that we would otherwise have said no to. But if we're not fully present, or if we're afraid that we might lose a friend or miss out, we might end up in a difficult situation. Then I can also choose me with the being that I am, with the fullness that I know myself as, with all the sentient fields that I am familiar with, that are benevolent to my life, and you with yours. Then you can choose to connect with each other in this group. Not before. If you don't know yourself, you cannot truly connect, because your frequency is warbling. So first, find the frequency sequence of yourself, then the fields of consciousness, yourself, then the fields of consciousness, then each other, if you want to. Or you can voyage out and connect to universal wisdom that is not a particular place or any particular being, although it will feel very giving, very nurturing. Is a space that somehow everyone knows, every human on planet Earth knows this frequency state, and then attain whatever your soul wants you to, whatever your soul wishes you to know, whether it is information, whether it is problem solving, whether it is relaxation to, I can't speak today, relaxation to heal the body, relaxation to empower the cells, to activate, to enlighten your DNA, to lit shine, so that you can attain more of your frequency, more of your optimum state. So all of those things come before you actually voyage out into what you might have perceived as scary, but it is just an expansion of your own field, of your own consciousness, that now it's able to attain more of itself. Or maybe you know it by a different word, it doesn't matter, but the experience is there when you are willing. And in truth, you're always ready. All you have to do is come back. So, thank you for listening. I will meet you in the field. Thank you all so much for being here. I am getting some messages saying that this Wi-Fi is unstable, so I hope it was able to go live. Sending you so much love, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you for your commitment and for you being